Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Now let's talk about the conflict in the political realm. We have Hillary Clinton, we have Donald Trump, all these guys who get involved in the 2016 race, throwing their hats into the ring. And now we have this article from Kurt Nimmo, MSNBC stunned by Clinton's upside-down poll numbers.
What does the Democratic Party do about numbers like this in Iowa, Virginia, and other important swing states? Colorado, for God's sake.
Joe, I was just having this conversation with our own staff yesterday. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, the biggest story of the summer would be Hillary Clinton's problems solidifying herself inside the Democratic Party. It would be it would be Bernie Sanders boomlet.
I can say this impartially as somebody who's not planning to vote for Hillary or Trump, that I find it quite amusing that they're so dumbfounded at Hillary's numbers here, because, you know, hanging out at Chipotle doesn't exactly boost you up in the polls. I guess she's starting to figure out. And people are starting to figure out, it's only taken a few years now, that radiation is bad for you. Now we have proof positive of that. We have some mutant daisies photographed near Fukushima, and all you have to do is look at the picture. And for reference, you can see on the far right-hand side, there is a normal daisy, but in between you have three very odd-looking creatures there. They almost look like lips, like little yellow lips. But, you know, that's what radiation does to you. But, you know, people say radiation is good for you. And yes, some radiation, I guess as you would call it, from the sun is good for you, but you're not supposed to bathe in the stuff. And if the stuff is washing up on your shore, you should definitely take account of that. Now, this can be our last segment for the night, or our last story for the night before we go into more special reports. Colorado City stops water fluoridation following concerning study. Now, of course, we all know of the Harvard study saying that fluoride lowers your IQs, but now we have something else. A skier's paradise tucked into the Colorado mountains and part of Aspen has decided to stop fluoridating its water. The news comes just after the latest groundbreaking study on water fluoridation concluded that there was zero relationship between water fluoridation and cavity prevention. Now, everybody wants to say it's a conspiracy theory. You can just go and read this for yourself and get educated on the actual facts. And now we'll end with this, talking about Food, the Ultimate Secret Exposed. You can find this on YouTube. This is a report Alex did a few years back, talking about the dangers of not only food, but also fluoride in the water.
In the Nuremberg trials, it came out that the Nazis were adding sodium fluoride to the water supply in the labor camps and death camps to make the population more docile and controllable. There had been hundreds of university studies before Hitler even came to power. This is a form of forced medication. They admit that 1 part per million of sodium fluoride more than doubles the chance of bone cancer in boys and men. As the public became educated in the last few decades, the government and industry's response was to not just put it in water, but to start adding it to thousands of products like children's water that's mixed with their formula or with their cereal. They started adding as much as 900 parts per million in things like powdered eggs. It causes reductions in IQ. It increases sterility or lack of fertility. And it's being added to so many of the daily staples that we consume.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.